Hey guys, so apparently when you start making YouTube videos about Hondas, more Hondas get delivered to your door. This one just got delivered yesterday and I apparently need to fix it. Let's see what I need to do. So this is a bike that just randomly appeared in front of my door. Got delivered yesterday morning. The owner, I am not sure who the owner is, but the mechanic called me up and said, Clayton, I can't get this thing to start. I've seen you appear on YouTube and I need your help. Now, this is an old buddy friend of mine, and this guy's been a mechanic for many years. He knows what he's doing, but he decided to come and drop off this thing by me. I think it's because it's a Honda and I've got a few scraps lying around. The toilet roll holder being my favorite. So I don't know what he thinks I'm going to do, but apparently he wants me to get it started. For those of you who know Hondas would know that in order for the bike to start, it needs everything to be plugged in. And that was really the first thing that I noticed. Here's a lot that's not plugged in here. So firstly, his system, there's no key. It's not even plugged in. Over here, we have no ECU. Here's the clocks and the bang sensor, so it won't work. I must all check the fuses to see if they're all working. And then obviously then there's this one that not many people are aware of. This fuse is your FI fuse, needs to be working. At least the servo is plugged in, because that will also give you a fault. And then your fuel tank, you need to actually have fuel in your fuel tank in order for it to prime, so that everything can activate. Now, if none of those things are plugged in, this bike will not prime and you will not get any spark. So yeah, so what I've done is I've gotten out my stuff. I got out my ECU and my key and ignition and his ring, so that will then help to activate the system, the bike system, and we can get the bike to start up, hopefully. So yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm going to slowly work through it, plug everything in, get some fuel in the tank, and let's start with getting it to prime. If you've seen one of my last videos where I worked on the 07, there she is, you'll notice that getting that fuel pump to prime is the first and most important thing, because once that's working, then we can move on to the next thing. That actually shows you that the ECU is working and that the circle is closed. All the boxes are ticked. So we can then move on to the next step, which is then getting it to actually start up and swing, getting spark. I mean, there's no point getting spark if you're not getting your fuel system to activate. So let's start assembling. Here we go. We've got a dead fuse. 20 amp in the FI. A 15 amp in your starter, it could be that. No, this should be a 30. 30 amp. I was correct. Okay, so 30 amp fuse is replaced in the back. The 20 amp FI fuse has been replaced. The ECU is now plugged in. The clocks are plugged in. I've got a new key along with plugged in with the heat shrink connected to that ECU. Looks like these clocks have had some water damage. Maybe I'll test mine out later. Bank sensors connected. These fuses don't look correct though. It's supposed to be 20s, not blue ones. What are these blue ones? These are 20s and 15s. It's supposed to be 20s and 10s. So these are incorrect. You can see 20, 10, 10, 10, 20, 10. 20, 10, 10, 10, 20, 10. So this is very wrong. We'll fix that now. Right, brand new fuses are in. Next, we need to get some fuel in the tank and get that in place. I don't have a key for this tank. Can't use this tank. So that puts me back. I'll have to remove. I must get the tank for the other bike. Nothing's happening because it won't prime as there's no fuel in it. Right, off to the petrol station I go, and I'll go get the tank and then we can continue where we left off. Okay. So here we go. We got our fuel. We got our fuel tank with a key. There we go. So I can remove this one. I have no access to this one. Can't fill it up with any more fuel. Before I connect it, I'm just going to see if the electronic system is working and if the fuel pump actually primes. I can't do that. We'll run out. Let me get a bottle. Okay, so fuel tank is connected. Fuel is going in. That should be enough to prime it. Our ignition is connected. Our clocks, bank sensor, fuse boxes. We haven't checked the fuel relays yet. And we've got nothing. So what to check next? Let's try by replacing the top fairing. There's no clocks in here. Right, so now with a different set of clocks, let's see what happens. Still nothing. We've got an FI light on the dash. Fuses are still intact. Okay, what are we going to try next? What do you want? Man, these relays look terrible. Look at that. There we can see the condition in the two different relays. Same thing. I don't know if this is a problem, but we'll replace it nonetheless. Still nothing. I'm at a loss right now. I have to check where to go to next. Okay, so I've gone and done some reading in order for me to do a self-diagnosis on this bike, and that is where the FI light will basically flash to give you your faults. You need to, one, drop the kickstand, and then swing the bike for 10 seconds. That would then allow the FI light to, or the computer to process what it's missing, and your faults would appear. So let's do that. Still no fuel pump priming. And now the FI light starts to show the faults. We've got some flashing. Nine. 16. 17. 48. 49. That's back to 9 again. 4 faults. These fault codes are the missing, if I check on my manual here, fault code number 9 is the missing IAT sensor, which sits on the top of your airbox. My airbox. So that's the sensor over here. That's the IAT sensor. Then we've got 17. Oh, it's 16 and 17, which is injectors 1 and 2. And then fault code 48 and 49 is injectors 3 and 4. So we'll replace this quickly and then try again. There we go. Right, everything's assembled. Let's try. First thing we're waiting for is to see if the fuel pump's going to prime. Fuel switch is on, ignition. Oh, you know I love that sound. And now let's see if she's actually going to start. Still not starting. This bike has been standing for for a long time. This bike's been standing. I think it's almost 2 years now. So I'm thinking maybe she just needs a bit of help. I don't have spark, quick start, but something that does help is a little bit of petrol on the throttles. Normally what you would do is you would spray some spark in. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a teaspoon and drip, so 2 drops into each cylinder on the throttle, and then try again from there. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to crack the throttle ever so slightly. That just allows the fuel to run down. Your butterflies are not stuck in the closed position. It gives a little bit of air and allows that fuel to go in. And we'll see what happens. Oh, that was a great success. I'm very happy. Was a simple fault finding exercise, and I think I was reasonably lucky to fix it in this way. I think that the owner's actual problem is in the ECU. This is his, that is mine. Whenever I plugged in his ECU, the FI fuse, which is this fuse over here, would pop, and I actually went through quite a few fuses. So it's definitely his ECU that will need to be replaced. That was what was causing him to lose spark. They obviously went scratching on 1,000 other places trying to solve the problem, and in the process just disconnected everything that shouldn't have been disconnected. So yeah, guys, that was a success. I think I was lucky, like I said. It's not always that easy to find an electrical fault. But yeah, I'm going to now return this bike to the owner or the mechanic that initially brought it to me. They'll need to then replace the ECU and then assemble the bike completely and take it back to its owner. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and follow me for more content on that bike. I'm dropping that motor soon, and after which I'm going to then also see what's happening with the 04. But thanks a lot, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye. Smile.
Are you recording?
Yeah. Say hello to the people.